What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a new Let's Talk About It movie review about, before I give out the name and spoil it, I'll just start by saying this. Singing this song and jingle, and you will know, if you're a horror fan, you'll know what movie I'm talking about. 8 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 8 more days till Halloween. Silver Shamrock with the jingle, the do 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 do. Then in the background they got the generic. They use the music from the London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. They replaced it with Happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. What movie am I talking about? Let's talk about it. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. What a mess at the time when it came out. What a mess. I'd say about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, I thought, what a mess of a movie. Why the fuck wasn't Michael Myers in it? Why is it called Halloween? Part 3, a sequel. Part 3 means you're supposed to be the sequel of Part 2, where Michael Myers was nowhere to be fucking found. He was absolutely nowhere to be found. My goodness. What a movie. But in the past 10, 15, 20 years, I've enjoyed it more and more. It's not a bad horror movie. It's really not. It's not gory. There's no blood in it, like barely at all. It's a tiny bit of blood and gore when the businessmen robots rip off a guy's head. Then some blood squirts out, but that's about it. It's not violent. I don't think it's a violent movie. It's not a ton of blood or gore, but it's a good little horror movie. If it wouldn't be called Halloween 3. Why'd they call it Halloween 3? I don't know. They fucked up. False advertising. Now look, on the poster, the movie poster, the trailers, they didn't have Michael Myers appear in it. They didn't have Michael Myers on the poster, so maybe they were not false advertising, but still. There's a executive producer. I'm trying to straighten my rest in peace Bray Wyatt Fiend hat. I brought it out for Halloween. It's getting closer to Halloween. And I'm talking about Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Came out in 1982. It was released October 22nd, 1982. It was released about, it was released 9 months. I think, no, wait. About 9 months. Yeah, about 9 months. Or 10 months, something like that. 9 or 10 months. 9 or 10 months it was released before I was born. I was born July 83. But the more I watch Halloween 3, I enjoy the movie. It's a good little horror movie. It's not great. It's not epic. It's not bad. For the time, 1982, it was pretty good. The special effects they had were pretty good for 1982. The actors, the acting was pretty good. Tom Atkins was pretty damn good. Ellie was good. The woman he slept with his wife on and cheated on his wife in the movie with. I don't blame him for cheating on his wife, but don't cheat in real life. But I'm just saying, if you were sharing a hotel room with a younger, attractive woman, you would have to try to say no. And for a guy to say no, that's hard. Trust me. But here we go. It was released October 22nd, 82, right before Halloween. Today's the 23rd, actually. So this movie is 43, I believe. 43 years old. 43 years old. Halloween, Season of the Witch. 43 years old. Actually, it's, 43, I think 43 years old. Yeah, 43 years old. I'm 42, so this movie's almost the same age as me. And I think it holds up. It holds up. The production, special effects, I think this movie holds up pretty good for being 43 years old. It's a classic. But at the time, again, that's like false advertising. Halloween 3 without Michael Myers. That'd be like Friday the 13th. That'd be like a Friday the 13th without Jason. What the fuck? That'd be like Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. And Jason doesn't appear in it, and it's a totally new story. That'd be fucked up. That'd be stupid. And it was stupid to call Halloween 3 Halloween 3. It should have been called Season of the Witch, I guess. Or something else. Season of the Witch or some other name. So let me go to, let's see what it made. If it bombed. I just watched it a few days ago again. Halloween 3. I haven't watched a full movie in like, I don't know, 10 years. Or 5 years ago maybe. But I watched it again. There were parts I forgot. I was like, what happens to Ellie? I know Ellie disappeared from the fucking robot men in suits. Took her to the factory. I knew that happened, but I was like, okay, they took her. What'd they do with her? I forgot actually watching. I was like, what happens to Ellie? Is she killed? I don't know. I had to watch the whole movie. So the box office, I started watching it. I did watch a documentary also about Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, the making of it. It was pretty damn good, entertaining to watch. I love documentaries about movies, horror movies, sports. I love those type of documentaries. So, again, in the documentary, an executive producer said that was a big mistake. Big mistake to not have Michael Myers in it. The director was Tommy Lee Wallace. He also wrote the movie. He also worked on the original Halloween and Halloween Part 2. Which Halloween Part 2 is a good sequel. That was a good one. That's a underrated horror movie, I guess. Or Halloween. That's underrated. It's good. Halloween 2. But, yeah, Tommy Lee Wallace was a director. He was good friends with John Carpenter. Deborah Hill were producers on it. John Carpenter did the music of Halloween 3 with another guy. And the music was good. The scary music in Halloween 3. I actually enjoyed the music. It was pretty good. It was different. It was a lot different than the original Halloween's music. Of course, throughout the whole movie, they have the damn jingle playing over and over and over. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Throughout the whole movie. Turn the TV on. It's on a commercial running. Turn the radio on. It's on the radio. Silver Shamrock ads. It's insane. They're like flooding television and radio with commercials to buy the Silver Shamrock Halloween masks. And all the kids want them. Tom Atkins is a dad in the movie. He has 2 kids. Again, he cheats on his wife. He's a doctor and he cheats on his wife. That was pretty weird, but it was funny. Wasn't funny, but it was odd. He, when Tom Atkins said in the making of Halloween 3, he said, yeah, my character was not a good guy. He's not well liked. He said, yeah, I take off on my wife and kids for a younger woman, and I grab a 6-pack of beer and go away with a younger woman. So he was not portrayed as a good dad at all. So the budget they claim was $4.6 million was a budget for Halloween 3. It was distributed by Universal Pictures. That's why it's always on Peacock, like year-round. Halloween 3 is always available on Peacock. Definitely it's available in October on Peacock because Universal Pictures, Universal owns Peacock. Budget is $4.6 million. The profit, they said it bombed, but it made $14 million. $14.4 million. That's a profit. But yeah, after the first week, I think people less and less saw it in the theaters, and it was pulled out of theaters early or something. Because in the documentary, they kept saying it bombed. It really bombed at the box office. But still, it made a profit. And I bet, video rentals on Halloween 3. I bet a lot of people rented it, thinking Michael Myers is in it. He was not. He was nowhere to be found in it. So here are some facts before I talk about some of the movie and my thoughts on it. So here are some facts about Halloween 3. John Carpenter and Deborah Hill only got involved because they didn't have to focus on Michael Myers. They were done with the Michael Myers character. They wanted to move on. So again, there's a Halloween 3 documentary on YouTube. I think it's about 33 minutes or 40 minutes. It's very good. Check it out if you want to know more about the movie. Here's another fact. Season of the Witch was intended to be part of an anthology series of Halloween movies every year, I guess. Wasn't a bad story. Halloween 3 was not a bad story. Not a bad horror movie. Just, you shouldn't have called it Halloween. They should have treated it, I don't know. I guess they thought they could treat it like Creepshow or something. Have different scary horror stories in different Halloween movies, I guess. Or try nowadays like the movie VHS. The series of VHS Halloween. That was what Halloween could have became. The franchise, I guess. Also could have became like the Creepshow series they put out. I think there's 3 or 4 seasons of Creepshow. So more facts that, let's see if I'm interested in any of these to talk about. The Silver Shamrock jingle was from an old nursery rhyme, as I said. Or the London Bridge is falling down. Yeah, the commercial Silver Shamrock played throughout the movie nonstop a lot. The end was very odd. The end was very odd. I'll get to it in a little bit. Only one of the Silver Shamrock Halloween masks, only one of them, or actually I think two of them, were made for the Silver Shamrock, specifically made for the movie. The skull, I believe, or let me see what they have say here in this fact. Because in the documentary, they said two masks were made for the movie. The skull, and I think the pumpkin, I believe. I could be wrong. Another fact, you can still buy the masks online. I don't know where the hell you'd get them, but maybe on eBay. Look them up. They're actually collector's items nowadays. Trick or Treat Studios. You can find it. They officially licensed versions of the Skull, Witch, and Pumpkin masks. Prices start at about $50. It also comes with the Silver Shamrock medallion on it. So let's see here. There's another fact. There are multiple tributes to Invasion of the Body Snatchers in the movie. Ellie Stacy was cast at the last minute because she wasn't interested originally. She was not interested, I guess. She found out the part from a makeup artist who was working on the set and who revealed that they were having trouble casting for it. So Stacey Ellie said in a 2015 interview with Crippet Rock, but she eventually read the script and reportedly fell in love with the character within a week of getting the part. She started filming, and the rest is 80s horror movie history. Another fact, Jamie Lee Curtis did uncredited voice work on the movie, I guess. I never heard that. She was, let's see her. She was, this was 4 years later, after the original Halloween. She was in several other horror movies. She was in The Fog, Terror Train, Prom Night, and Halloween 2 also. Let's see, I'm trying to get to... She does make an uncredited cameo in Season of Witch. You can hear her voice in a couple of scenes. Oh, she was a telephone operator, I guess. She was both a telephone operator and Santa Mira curfew announcer. And of course, she returned to the franchise in 1988, Halloween H2O, which I didn't like Halloween H2O really. It was okay. Season of the Witch, another fact. Halloween Season of the Witch, Halloween 3, was the lowest grossing Halloween movie at the time. Might be of all time. I don't know. Might be the worst grossing Halloween. Critics hated the movie, but since it's became a cult classic, of course, critics are idiots. I don't base on seeing a movie or wanting to see a movie. I never ever base it on a critic's review. I see it for my damn self and judge it. I don't care what critics got to say about it. Critics always love to, or they used to, love to put down horror films, especially in the 80s. They wanted horror banned, especially the idiots Siskel and Ebert. They really hated horror movies and gave them no respect. So here we go. Let's talk about some of the movie. So Ellie's dad is an old guy with holding on to the pumpkin mask. He's getting chased by the robot businessmen in the beginning. He gets away, but they attack him. And then he gets... they bring him in the ER hospital on a stretcher. He's about to pass, or he's not passed away, but he's babbling on, talking that they're coming to get us, or they're coming to kill us, or something like that. And they just think he's a crazy old man. The doctors ignore him, leave the room, or the nurse leaves, and in come the businessmen robots, and they attack him. They're grabbing his head, squeezing it, gouging his eyes, and poking his eyes out. That's a pretty brutal death. If something that really happened, that'd be a painful way to go, having your eyeballs gouged out. So he passes away. He's holding onto the pumpkin Halloween mask. And Tom Atkins finds out a guy was in his room. And the guy, robot businessman, gets in his car. Tom Atkins is yelling at him, "Hey, get over here. Hey, hey." He's already in his car. Pours gasoline on himself. So right there, you got to know he's not human. No human would do that. He would have to be insane. Pours gasoline on himself, blows himself up in the car, in the parking lot. And the suspect is gone. That did it. So then in comes Ellie, the the old man's daughter. And she meets with Tom Atkins, wants to talk about his death, the events surrounding it. They decide to investigate together. Tom Atkins' character, the doctor, and Ellie. And they drive and start traveling to Santa Mira, California. The hometown of the Silver Shamrock Halloween mask factory. So they go to the factory, or they stay in a little hotel so they can't be followed or tracked. The entire town is like dead. All these people are like in a cult, or they all watch each other, stuff like that. They got cameras everywhere recording you. They got a damn curfew. They're like, it's 6 p.m. or whatever, 6 or 8 p.m., time to go lock your doors, go in the house. A curfew is in effect at 6 or 8 p.m. A curfew's in effect. If that's not a town that you're in an absolute cult, or something weird's going on, if your town has a curfew that early, something bad's going on. So this lady, Marge, another hotel guest, says, "I work at the factory." She's talking to Ellie. She drops a Silver Shamrock emblem, picks it up, goes in her hotel room. She's checking it out. She discovers a microchip on the back of it. And this was weird. This was pretty funny, I thought. I forgot this scene happened. So the medallion blows a laser right in her face. That was weird. Blows a laser, deadly energy beam into her mouth. And she's gone. She's gone. Her face is mutilated. Her whole face is blown out, gone. Skull and bones, whatever. It was pretty funny. Good death scene. When I saw the laser, I was like, oh shit. And I watched this back a few days ago. I forgot this happened. I was like, oh shit. That destroyed her face. So anyways, they go to the factory. Family goes to the damn factory also. And Ellie's kidnapped eventually. They get back to their hotel room. Ellie's kidnapped and is taken to the factory. Tom Atkins, his character Daniel, follows, and he's captured by the robot businessmen in suits who are revealed to be robots. Some lady is knitting in a room. She's like knitting with yarn. Tom Atkins taps her on the shoulder like, can you help me? And her head falls off and it's robot parts under her head. That was pretty funny. So there's something going on in this town and with the factory because everybody's a damn robot or a businessman in a suit. And then they're pounding on, trying to break up a concrete wall, like for what, I don't know, for minerals or the laser beams are coming out of the concrete. I didn't get that, but that was weird. It was like, the concrete was like, I guess, had powers. Electrical, laser type of magical powers in the concrete that they're putting in the microchips. I don't know. Something like that. That was weird. I was like, why is there a concrete wall like they're pounding on the concrete like they're coal miners? And they're dressed as doctors. Or they're dressed in doctor's suits. Some of this movie, parts, some of it went all over the place, kind of. And the end was not a good end. Not a great end. You had to think for yourself. You had to imagine what happened, to come up with your own damn ending. Because the end was not satisfying, in my opinion. It was not a good end. Here, yeah. So in the factory, each mask contains a fragment of the Stonehenge. That's what it's called, the Stonehenge. The concrete wall. That was a weird idea. Whoever came up with that, I guess the director, the concrete Stonehenge had the powers. And then they keep running ads, a big giveaway on Halloween. Wear your masks. Watch TV, watch commercial, wear your mask. On Halloween at like 8 or 9 p.m., wear your damn silver shamrock mask so your head can be crushed in the mask and you can die too, like the kid did with his family watching. They locked a family and a kid in a room. In the factory, they locked him in the room. Kid turned the TV on, had his pumpkin mask on, silver shamrock commercial, it runs, his head gets crushed, he dies. And then, this was pretty good. This was a little highlight of the movie. There were not many highlights. But this was a good part. Kid's dead. Out of the pumpkin mask come crickets and snakes. That was pretty cool. And they explained in the documentary they had a hard time catching all the crickets. That they released hundreds and hundreds of crickets in this room and they couldn't release them all. the guy that played the kid as an adult said, yeah, me and my mom, or we left right after that scene because the crickets were driving her crazy. Crickets are loud. I hear them all the time, and my God, crickets are very noisy. They don't make noise in the winter. They go hibernate or die, whatever. But yeah, they're very noisy, crickets. Especially if they're big like this. They're like this long. They're big. They even jump real high. But anyways, enough about crickets. God, they're ugly looking also. Not as bad as cockroaches, but crickets are ugly. So, yeah. So then the doctor, Daniel's in a room, locked up in a chair. Can't move. The old guy talking to him is telling him, like, do you know the history and the rituals of Halloween? Nobody knows the history. Your kids just beg for candy on Halloween. He was saying something like that. Like, he was upset about it. And Daniel gets out of the chair. Tom Atkins escapes, breaks the television. They put a skull mask on him. He breaks the TV so the Silver Shamrock commercial will not run. A stupid robot or doctor that was looking at the camera in his room walked away, and he threw the mask magically. He threw the mask. A great shot. He threw the mask like he's a perfect shot. He should have played in the NBA. He throws the mask from a chair, and it lands on the camera, over the camera. That was kind of unrealistic, but whatever. I don't know if someone could do that in real life. That wouldn't be easy. You could try it, but one try, that wouldn't be easy to get it to land on the camera. So he gets out of the room. Gets Ellie, gets her off a table, gets Ellie to escape with him, but she's already, her body's gone. Her body was taken over already by the robot. She was body snatched into a robot. That's all I'll say. So Ellie's trying to get away with him until she eventually wants to attack him when he's driving. I guess that was smart because you wouldn't expect it when you're driving. So they get out of there. Before they get out of the factory, Ellie and Tom Atkins, he dumps a box of Silver Shamrock Medlins. They're hitting the doctors, bouncing off the TVs, and the electric charge kills them all. That was weird. The lasers, they all get electrical shocked to death, I guess. They got shocked to death from the Stonehenge and the medallions or whatever. That was weird. Like some secret power killed them all from electricity. So, then the old guy. What happened to the old guy? That was like the main evil character running the factory. What the hell happened to him? I don't remember what happened to him. So yeah, let's see here. So I don't know what happened to the old guy. I guess it killed him, or no? Massive fire starts in the factory, destroys the factory. So the old guy, I guess, got killed in it or laid out. Oh, I know what happened to him. He was standing by the Stonehenge and a laser shot in his eyeballs, and he died. He just collapsed. That was pretty funny. So then they have special effects in the background. Again, they were not good special. They were okay, but looked really phony. Exploding fire behind them as they're running away down the street. to get in their car, and it wasn't a great special effect of an explosion, but it was 1982. What do you expect? You weren't going to get a great special effect unless you had like millions and millions behind the movie. So again, they're driving, trying to get out of the town. Daniel is attacked by Ellie, who starts grabbing the steering wheel. They go through the woods. He crashes into a tree. And Ellie's arm is gone. It's laying in the car, her arm, and it's robot parts. He comes out of the car. Ellie follows him out of the car, attacks him. Is choking him with one arm. He gets her loose, hits her in the head, knocks her head off. That was pretty funny. He knocked her head off, and green shit came out, or yellow shit, and robot parts in her head fell off. He knocked her head off. And then he thinks, oh, I'm safe. And then her one arm, somehow, when this happened, I was like, oh shit, I actually went like this. I wasn't expecting it, I guess. Her one arm grabs him around the throat and is still alive. He gets rid of her one arm. That was pretty funny. But then he flees. He flees on foot to a gas station and contacts the television network, I guess. I don't know who he called. Operator, whatever. He was calling television networks, attempting to stop the Silver Shamrock commercials. Stop them. He says, stop it. Please stop it. Stop them. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. He keeps repeating, stop it. They keep running over and over. Do, 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 do. Pumpkin flashing. That was good shit. And then he's yelling, stop it, stop it. Oh, it's still, yeah. He goes, it's off. He thinks the commercials are off because they cut off. And the TV says, please stand by. Second channel is running it. It cuts off. Says, please stand by. Third channel is still running the commercials. He's yelling, it's on the third channel. He's on the phone. Old school phone with a cord. Remember those? No, you don't, unless you grew up in the 80s or 90s. Phones had a cord attached to them. But anyways, yeah, he's yelling, it's still on the third channel. Cut it off. Stop it, please. People are going to die. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Then the movie goes to black and it ends. That's the ending. That's the ending. He's screaming over and over, stop the damn commercials. Stop the happy Halloween Silver Shamrock commercials. That's how you end it. Him just yelling, stop it, and then there's no real good ending. Did he survive? Did the entire planet blow up? What happened? That's what I want to know. But yeah, he gets two networks to cut it off. Third network, it fails, despite him screaming in the phone, stop it. Again, the reception was not good. From a lot of movie reviewers, critics did not like it. It received negative reviews. So, this one reviewer from New York Times said, he remarked, Halloween 3 manages the not easy feat of being anti-children, anti-capitalism, anti-television, anti-Irish all at the same time. On the other hand, he said that the film is probably as good as any cheerful ghoul could ask for. Stupid Roger Ebert, I don't give a damn he's passed away. He claimed he was an idiot. He claimed He said the film was a low-rent thriller in the first frame. This is one of the movies assembled out of familiar parts from other better movies. But he did praise Ellie's performance. I thought Tom Atkins did very good. He was the main character in the damn movie. He was the main guy. He survived, I guess. I don't fucking know. Did he survive or no? You tell me, guys. Did he survive? I don't know. I don't have a clue if he survived because the movie ended without finding out if he survived. Not a good ending. But not a bad horror movie. None of it was really scary. But it wasn't bad. I'm not going to say it was bad. I'm not going to say it was total shit and bad. Of course, I will say, it was better, in my opinion, than Michael Myers in Halloween 6. What the hell is that called? Halloween 6. Is that called The Curse of Michael Myers or whatever? I don't know. Let me look it up. I think Halloween 3 without Michael Myers, Halloween 3 was better than Halloween 6. I did not like Halloween 6. I thought it was shit. I actually hated it. What was it called? 1995. Halloween 6 was The Curse of Michael Myers. The Curse of Michael Myers. Halloween 6. 1995 sucked. If I had 4 thumbs, I'd say 4 thumbs down. It was not good. It was stupid. The storyline in Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, the story was shit. I didn't like it. It was bad. Budget was not much. I'm never going to do a Let's Talk About It Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, but I will say here, it was shit. I did not enjoy it. And I will never review it because I'm not going to waste my time watching it again. I probably will never waste my time ever watching Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. I didn't like the movie, so I'm never going to watch it again. I'm pretty sure I will never watch it again. I don't want to waste my time. But it was shit. The story was crap. It was, let's see here. So a young guy is tied into the legacy of Michael Myers with his connections to the Strode family. His supernatural elements of Michael's abilities are explored by Dr. Loomis. Donald Pleasant is actually in it. He couldn't even save the movie. So he's back to try to stop Michael again. And the whole movie is shit. But Halloween 3, a lot better than Halloween 6. Definitely better. Again, Michael Myers is not a part of Halloween 3, but it's still better than The Curse of Michael Myers, in my opinion. My final thoughts. So I apologize, I'm stuffed up. But my final thoughts. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. You shouldn't have fucking called it Halloween. That was a mistake. Without the Halloween title, it would have been a fine horror movie. If I give it a rating a rating, 1 to 10, I'll give it a 1 to 10. I'll give it I'll be nice. It was different. I liked, the Silver Shamrock Halloween, Happy Halloween jingle. That gets stuck in your damn head. That was a highlight of the movie. And that was funny. Catchy, very catchy. My God, the movie's 43 years old. And all horror fans still remember that jingle by heart. So it stuck with us all, and we still remember the song, the theme song, or Happy Happy Halloween. Silver Shamrock. Is we're about, let's say, 24th. So 7 days away from Halloween. 7 more days till Halloween. Halloween. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I like Halloween 3, but shouldn't have called it Halloween 3. That was a major fuck up. But I still give it a 6 out of 10. My grade, I give it a C+. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, I give a C+ and a 6. I won't give it 4 stars. I'll give it either 2.5 stars or 3. I don't know. I'll be nice. I'll say 3 stars. Halloween 3, Season of Witch gets 3 stars, a C+ grade, and a 6 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed this. Let's talk about it. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Have a very happy Halloween.